Have you ever dropped your phone and had that sinking feeling in your stomach? Well, what if I told you there's a huge business opportunity in that very moment? Today, we're breaking down how to turn that common problem into a really profitable phone repair business. It's a field with a surprisingly low barrier to entry, and we're going to walk you through the entire roadmap. And this quote right here, it just nails it. This is the heart of why this is so exciting. You don't need some massive bank loan or a rich uncle to get started. This is a business you can genuinely build from the ground up, scaling it as you get better and more successful. It's all about your skill, not just your starting capital. So here's our game plan. First, we'll look at why this is such a great opportunity. Then we'll get real about the pros and the cons. After that, we'll dive into the essential skills and tools you're going to need. Then we'll lay out a simple action plan to get you going, and we'll wrap up with what might be the most important part, the personal traits that really separate the good technicians from the truly great ones. All right, first up, the opportunity. Let's really dig into why this is such a smart business move and not just, a little side hustle. What makes it so promising? Well, the biggest thing is this. Your customer base is literally everywhere. I mean, think about it. How many people do you know who don't have a smartphone? Practically nobody, right? So every single cracked screen, every dying battery, every weird software glitch, that's a potential customer. The demand isn't just high, it's constant. It's built right into modern life. And here's where it gets really, really accessible. You don't need a fancy storefront with huge rent. The guide we're drawing from points out that you can literally, and I mean literally, start with just a table and an umbrella. The initial focus isn't on overhead, it's on your skill. That makes it an incredibly flexible and low-risk way to launch your own business. Okay, so it sounds pretty amazing so far, I know. But let's pump the brakes for a second and get realistic. Section 2 is all about weighing the pros and the cons, because going in with your eyes wide open is absolutely crucial. And this slide lays it all out pretty clearly. On one side, the benefits are huge. Massive demand, tiny startup costs, and tons of flexibility. But on the other side of the coin, the challenges are real. You've got competition, you've got to figure out where to get quality parts, and you have to accept that technology is always changing. You have to be a lifelong learner in this game. But let's talk about that competition for a second. Our source offers this really powerful piece of advice. It basically says competition is only a problem for the average person. If you commit to being a true professional, if you get really good at what you do, people will hunt you down. Your skill becomes your marketing, your ultimate advantage. So, if being a professional is the secret sauce, what does that actually take? Well, that brings us right to Section 3, building your toolkit. And we're not just talking about screwdrivers here, we're talking about the skills you absolutely have to master. So what are these skills? You can kind of break them down into two main buckets. First, you've got the technical stuff. You need to understand hardware, software, and the basics of electronics. Then you've got the practical side, knowing all the different phone models, and this is the big one, being an amazing troubleshooter. It's not just about following a guide. It's about being a detective and solving puzzles. And the best part? All of this can be learned. Okay, so you see the opportunity and you know what skills you need to work on, but what are the actual concrete first steps? Where do you even begin? That's what Section 4, your startup action plan, is all about. And the plan is beautifully simple. You can break it down into 3 stages. Step 1 is learn. Go out and get professional training. Step 2 is invest. Get the right tools for the job. Don't cheap out here. And step 3 is build. Use those skills and tools to give such amazing service that people can't help but tell their friends about you. Now, for our final section, we're going to move beyond the technical how-tos and into something that our source argues is maybe even more important for long-term success. We're talking about the character you bring to the work. This is such a powerful idea, right? Anyone can learn how to replace a screen, but building a trusted, respected business that people come back to again and again, that comes from inside. It's about who you are as a person and a business owner. So what does that look like? First up, integrity. Our source says this is more precious than gold. What that means in the real world is you never, ever swap out a client's good parts for cheap ones, and you absolutely respect the privacy of the data on their phone. That's how you build rock-solid trust. Next up is persistence. Look, phones can be tricky. Some problems are just plain weird. A successful technician is someone who doesn't throw their hands up and quit. They dig in, they keep trying new things, and they find the solution. That refusal to give up is what separates the best from the rest. And the list goes on, covering everything that makes for a great experience. We're talking about discipline, honesty, patience, courtesy. These aren't just nice words. They're how you build a loyal following. And things like resourcefulness and the capacity to keep learning, that's the engine that keeps you at the top of your game. So, there you have it. We've laid out the entire roadmap, the opportunity, the reality check, the skills, the plan, and the character it takes to truly succeed. We've given you the whole blueprint. So the only question left is the one you see right there on your screen. What's your first move?